In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the implementation station. So I'm going to do a practical demonstration of giving the medications. In this video, you have 15 minutes and you have to safely administer your prescribed medications. You'll have your same patient condition from your assessment station, and you will have a patient actor as well. So today I've just got my mannequin, but remember in your exam, you'll have a real patient actor, so those communication skills are really important. So I'm going to start the station and read my paperwork. So I've got Maisie Sutherland, who is currently on the gynecological assessment unit, having had a presented with pain and vaginal bleeding, and has been diagnosed with an ectopic pregnancy, and I've been asked to administer her medications for 12 o'clock. So I'm going to ensure privacy and dignity and close the curtains or the doors, and I'm going to decontaminate my hands using the World Health Organization 7 steps. So palm to palm, palm on back of hands, fingers interlaced, palm to palm, fingers interlaced, fingers interlocked, thumbs, fingertips and wrists, and allow to dry for 30 seconds. So I'm going to introduce myself to the patient. So, hello Maisie, my name's Hannah. I'm the nurse working on the gynecological assessment unit today, and I've been asked to come and administer your medications for 12 o'clock. But before I continue, I just want to check your ID and your allergies. So can you just confirm your full name and date of birth for me, please? Okay, thank you, Maisie. So I'm just going to check that against the wristband first. And I've got Maisie Sutherland, date of birth the 5th of the 4th, 1997. And on my medication chart, I've got Maisie Sutherland, date of birth the 5th of the 4th, 1997. And I've got hospital number 126980. And again, checking that against my wristband, I've got hospital number 126980. So I can confirm I'm with the right patient. And Maisie, do you have any allergies at all? Okay, penicillin, thank you. Can you tell me what reaction you get to that? So rash and swelling. Okay, so I can see that's documented on the medication chart, and I can also see you're wearing a red wristband which says penicillin. So I'm not going to administer any medications containing penicillin today. So Maisie, like I said, I've come to administer your medications for 12 o'clock. Do you consent for me to go and prepare those and get them ready? Okay, thank you. And before I read your medication chart and get your medications, can you just tell me if you're in any pain at all? Okay, you have got some pain. And whereabouts is that pain? Okay, in your abdomen. And on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being no pain and 10 being the worst pain you've ever experienced, where would you rate that pain? About a 4. Okay, so when I read through your chart, I'm going to see if you're due any analgesic and administer those to you. And do you feel sick or nauseous at all? No, okay. And are you happy to swallow tablets? Okay, thank you. So what I'm going to do now, Maisie, I'm just going to read through and confirm your prescription. So I'm going to read through the prescription chart. So my front page, I've got Maisie Sutherland, date of birth the 5th of the 4th, 1997, hospital number 126980. The ward is a gynecological assessment unit. The date of admission is today. The height is 1.65 metres and the weight is 65 kilograms. Consultant is Dr. Gage, and the time of admission was 800 hours this morning. I'm just going to read my prescriber's details so I can confirm they match my prescription. So I've got prescriber name of Dr. T. Tip with a GMC number 15674, a prescriber's signature of T-tip and a bleeper 600. I've confirmed the allergies, which are documented here as penicillin. The effects is rash and swelling, and this has been signed by Dr. T-tip as well today with a bleeper 600. There's no medication risk factors. On to my second page, so I've got Maisie Sutherland, date of birth the 5th of the 4th, 1997, hospital number 126980, so all my other details are correct. I'm on to once only medications, so I can see there is morphine, cyclizine and anti-D immunoglobulin, which have all been administered at 8 o'clock, so I'm not going to administer these medications, and I'm going to move on. Moving on to my second page, so I've got Maisie Sutherland, date of birth 5th of the 4th, 1997, hospital number 126980, all the other details are the same. I can see that there's no prescribed oxygen, and I'm going to move on to my next page of my medication chart. I've got Maisie Sutherland, date of birth the 5th of the 4th, 1997, hospital number 126980, all my other details are correct. I've got my first medication here due at 12 o'clock, which is clindamycin. The date is today. The dose is 300 milligrams. The frequency is TDS 3 times a day. The route is oral. Duration is 7 days. The time is 12 o'clock, which is due at my time. I've got a start date of today and a finish date is 7 days. A prescriber's signature and bleep, Dr. T-Tip 600. Prescriber's name of Dr. T-Tip, which matches my prescriber's details. So I can confirm this prescription is clear, valid and legible. I'm going to administer this medication. It's not a penicillin-based antibiotic, so it's safe to give to this patient. Moving on to my next page. So I've got Maisie Sutherland, date of birth 5th of the 4th, 1997, hospital number 126980. All my other details are the same. So I've got medication here due at 12 o'clock, which is paracetamol. My patient is in pain, so I'm happy to administer this. So the date is today, the dose is 1 gram, the frequency is 4 times a day, the route is oral, duration is ongoing, start date is today, finish date is ongoing, prescriber's signature and bleep is Dr. T-Tip 600, prescriber's name is Dr. T-Tip. So I can confirm this prescription is clear, valid and legible, it's due at my time, I'm going to administer it. My next medication, again due at 12 o'clock, due at my time, is ferrous fumarate. The date is today, the dose is 210 milligrams, the frequency is once a day, the route is oral, duration is ongoing, start date is today, finish date is ongoing, prescriber's signature and bleep is Dr. T-Tip 600, and prescriber's name is Dr. T-Tip. So I can confirm this prescription is clear, valid and legible. I'm going to administer this medication. Moving on to my next page, I've got Maisie Sutherland, date of birth the 5th of the 4th, 1997, hospital number 126980. All my other details are the same. I've got as required medication of cyclizine. So I've already asked my patient and they weren't feeling sick, so I'm not going to administer this medication. I'm going to move on. And I've got as required medication here of morphine, but it's for IV use and it says for only use in theatre. And we're on the ward, so examiner, I'm not going to administer this morphine and I'm going to administer the paracetamol first anyway for pain relief. Moving on to my next page of my chart, I've got Maisie Sutherland, date of birth 5th of the 4th, 1997, hospital number 126980. All my other details are the same. There are no IV infusions and there's no admitted medications. So I've completed my read through of my chart. Maisie, I'm going to go and prepare your medications and come back and explain them to you. So once you've read your medication chart, you can go to your medication trolley, which you'll have in your exam. We're going to decontaminate our hands because we're leaving the patient and going into the medication trolley. And I'm going to find and dispense my medication. So my first medication is clindamycin. So I've got clindamycin, 150 milligrams, and it expires 01/28. And I've got prescribed clindamycin, 300 milligrams. So I'm going to administer 2 tablets. So just using a non-touch technique, I'm going to put my 2 tablets into my pot. And I always leave my medications next to my pot because it just helps you remember those in that exam with your exam nerves. So I'm going on to my next medication, which is paracetamol. So I've got paracetamol 500 milligrams and it expires 03/29. And I've got prescribed paracetamol 1 gram. So I need 2 tablets. And then onto my last medication, I've got ferrous fumarate. So I've got ferrous fumarate, 210 milligrams, expires 02/28. And I've got prescribed ferrous fumarate, 210 milligrams. So I'm going to administer 1 tablet. If you administer too many tablets in your exam, you'll need to put 1 back into the pot. Make sure not to touch them or pick them up with your hands. That will be a critical fail. If you drop a medication on the floor or onto your tray, again, just verbalise to the examiner that you would get rid of this as per hospital policy. Do not pick it up and put it in the bin, and do not pick it up and put it back into your tablet pot. That would be a fail. Okay, so I've got all 3 medications now. I'm going to decontaminate my hands and go back to the patient. I've decontaminated my hands, I'm back to the patient and I need to do my second ID check. So Maisie, I'm back with your medications now, but before I administer them to you, I need to confirm your name and date of birth again. So can you tell me your full name and date of birth? Okay, thank you, Maisie. So I can confirm I've got Maisie Sutherland, the 5th of the 4th, 1997, hospital number 126980. And on my medication chart, I've got Maisie Sutherland, date of birth, 5th of the 4th, 1997, hospital number 126980. So Maisie, I've got your 3 medications for you. The first one is your clindamycin. This is an antibiotic just as a prophylactic for any infection following your surgery and ectopic pregnancy. It's not penicillin based, so it is safe for you to have this medication. The side effects is it might upset your stomach and give you a little bit of diarrhea, but are you happy to take this one? Okay, thank you. Would you like some water? Okay, that's great. Can you confirm you swallowed that tablet for me? Thank you, Maisie. My next medication here is paracetamol. This is an analgesic, a pain relief medication. I'm sure you've had it before. There's minimal side effects, but you do need to make sure you don't take more than 4 doses in 24 hours. Are you happy to take this one? Okay, thank you. Do you want some water? Okay, you're okay. Brilliant. And my last medication is ferrous fumarate. So this helps is an iron replacement and for treatment of anemia, just because of your pregnancy and the blood loss that you've had. It can make you a bit constipated, it can make your stool dark, and sometimes it can make you feel a little bit nauseous. But are you happy to take this one? Okay, that's great, thank you. So can you confirm you've taken all your medications for me? Lovely. So I'm just going to do my documentation. I'm going to decontaminate my hands using the World Health Organization 7 steps. And I'm going to document on my medication chart. So I'm going to sign in the 12 o'clock box next to the 12 o'clock box of my clindamycin, my paracetamol, and my ferrous fumarate. I'm going to go to the front page and complete the detail box at the beginning. So my full name, Hannah Ames, my initials, my signature, and my base, which is the gynecological assessment unit. And I'm just going to check the patient's comfortable and doesn't need anything before I finish the station. So Maisie, I've given all your medications now. I'll come back and check on you in 30 minutes to make sure that paracetamol has had an effect. And if it hasn't, then I'll escalate for some different medication. And if you've got any worries at all, experience any side effects, you can press the call bell. Have you got any questions before I go? No, okay, thank you. So I'm just going to verbalise that I would return my medications to the stored medication trolley and make sure that was locked. And I'm going to decontaminate my hands using the World Health Organization 7 steps. If you have any time left at the end of the station, just go back and double check your documentation on your medication chart. It's a high area of fail, so just make sure you have signed everything correctly and at the right time and for the right medications.